Okay, the final part of your project. In order to do this, it's going to be a bit of a back and forth with loops in your arrays. So let's just discuss what arrays are. Arrays are just groups of some kind of data. And in order to create the array that we're going to be using, we need to declare a size for it. That needs to be an integer, so go ahead and just integer list size, right line, how many items are in your list. Okay. Then we are going to say list size equals convert 2 into 32, read line. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and do that. So now we have a number that is going to determine how long our array is. Okay, next thing we need to do is actually create our array. So our array is going to be a string type. We're going to call it useList for user list. So we're going to create new string list size. Okay, this is going to create an array called useList that is an array of the list size. Then we need it to actually ask for we're going to need to use a for loop to ask the user to input each array number as you go down the list. So we're going to make that less than the size, so we can do list size. Bam. And in here, what we want to do is right line. Okay. Please enter list item number 0. Go outside and tell it that it'll be item number 1. Now, because I equals 0 right now, we want it to go ahead and say I plus 1. So it'll always add 1 to it because this is 0, and if you're going to pull it out, you want it to be 1, so you want it to be equal to the array. You just want to say item number 1. Great. Then we're going to say useList slot I, and because arrays start at slot 0, we don't need to add anything to that I, equals convert to string read line. Okay, so we're just going to have, it's a simple for loop. However long the array is that we've determined, it's going to run a loop and it's going to say, hey, enter number 1, number 2. Let's test this out really quick. How many items are in your list? We're going to say 3. Item number 1 is milk. Item number 2 is eggs, and item number 3 is chocolate. Okay, and closes. Now we're going to want to test this to make sure. So go ahead and make a similar for loop. But this time change the i's to j, so we have a different counter for the write loop, or the loop that writes each item in the string. And do this to list size as well. Go in here, write line. We're going to make the write line write. Use list I. Or use list j because we're in the j. So I run up and say how many items are in the list. We're going to say 2. Milk, eggs, bam. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Great. We have this. Now, what we want our program to do is allow the user to select a alphabetize or reverse alphabetize. So we need to do a sort selector variable. So let's go ahead and create that. The reason why we're calling this sort selector is because somewhere in your program you should have already chosen a calculator selector, a program selector. So sort selector, okay, write line. Would you like to, okay, Control N, 2, 1, table, alphabetize. N plus 2, table to make this look nice, reverse alphabetize. Okay, now we want to do sort selector equals convert to string read line. Okay, done. So it should ask us if we want to alphabetize or reverse alphabetize our string, and from then it's just a simple if statement. If sort selector equals 1, and we do the quotes because it's a string type and not an integer type. We do array dot sort use list, and then it'll print our list. Else if sort selector equals 2. Okay, then we want it to reverse alphabetize, but in order to do that, we first need to sort it, and then we need to reverse it. Okay, and let's see how this works. Okay, how many is on your list? 3. Milk, eggs, chocolate. Okay, we want to, well, it's already reverse alphabetized actually, because milk, eggs, chocolate. So let's go ahead and alphabetize it. Chocolate, eggs, milk. Great. And we are going to run this again, and I need to make sure how many items are in your list. 3. We're going to do chocolate. That's a typo on my part, actually. Milk, eggs, and we want to reverse alphabetize. So it's going to alphabetize flip it in reverse. Milk, eggs, chocolate. Done. Okay. Well, those are all the parts of your project that you'll need to write. You'll have to put them together carefully, piecemeal, through watching these videos again a few times to understand how to either do while loops or functions and make a program that runs. If, yeah, you'll figure it out. Everyone have a good day and good luck.